Venus retrograde intro part 2. I've read over some of the comments, well, all of the comments, and I've chosen one that I want to respond to. So just know that this is a part of the Venus retrograde process, is figuring out and evaluating what it is that you're worth. Now, when she looks like she's moving backwards, as in retrograde, and that's July 25th through September 6th, she's going to move from the sign of Virgo on the 31st back into the sign of Leo. So she's going to spend most of her time in Leo. So Jolie Blystone says she had noticed these three signs, or the funk, which that's cool because she's not typically, she doesn't have Taurus, Libra, or Pisces prominent in her chart. So, but she did say she pulled a totally cosmically aware Aquarius move because she's reading this book, Venus, by Andrew Daly. Well, the fact that she's spending most of the time in Leo, this is where it's important to tell those skeptics, those people who say, oh, I don't believe in astrology. Well, first of all, if you don't know anything about something, it's best to say, I don't know anything about it. Because let's be clear, not believing in astrology is like going to south of the border and saying, well, I don't believe in Spanish. I don't believe I need to speak Spanish. Well, the earth moves through the cosmos. And when you take that first breath, your time of birth, it sets up your rising sign. And a lot of astrologers, we write to the rising sign even more so than we do the sun sign. So first of all, you got to know what time of day you're born. And if you're not born at sunrise, you have a totally different mask, totally different way that you appear to the world. So the fact that Venus is going to spend until about October 8th or 9th, from the end of July to October 8th or 9th, in the sign of Leo, then you have to know what is your relationship to that sign. And Jolie happens to know, because she's informed, like most Aquarians are, that she has Leo rising, because she's born near sunset. Leo rising, Aquarius is opposite, so Aquarius is setting. Sunset. Anyway, we can talk about that at another time. The important thing to know is that if you have Leo rising or if you have Leo prominent, then Venus is going to be her magnetism, her ability to move from evening star phase, which we'll get to that at the next intro part 3, I hope. Or if I get some more comments, it might be moved back. But ultimately, if you have Leo rising, then Venus is going to be sitting in your first house of physical approach. So what does that mean? Goddess of love, beauty, style, taste, magnetism, in your first house of physical approach and how you appear to the world. Well, one, you need to act on your values, not mediate, not get into what I should do and a lot of thought. You should just act on what is important to you. If you have Scorpio rising, then Venus is going to be spending a lot of time in your 10th house. So that has a lot to do with your career, your ability to feel this sense of magnetism and attraction in your next steps in terms of status and your terms of being successful in your chosen communities and chosen career. If you have Aquarius rising, then Leo is going to be in your 7th house setting. So you might find yourself in between different relationships or reevaluating different paths that you could have taken with your current partner, or someone can come from your past. And then last but not least, if you have Taurus rising, then I say bring all that beautiful Venusian aesthetic and style into your home. Realize your legacy. Make peace with your past, with your parents as well, or grandparents, or anybody that's in your family. Now, I'm not going to go over all 12 signs. Now, if you ask the question and you know your rising sign, or you shoot me an email or a Facebook comment, and you don't know, but you do know your time and place of birth, then we can talk. But the general rule of thumb for everybody, as Venus retrogrades back into Leo from Virgo, is check your artistry. Because Leo is just that exuberant feeling of self-expression, and Virgo represents that precise way in which we refine our expression without judgment, with a lot of pleasure and joy. So I'm out. Be joyous and keep those questions coming. Thanks.